holiday season, a wonderful holiday season with their family and friends. After all, that's what we work for, right? We work hard to enjoy life and enjoy our friends and family and stuff. So let's not forget about that. So CBGR is going to be making some changes in our weekly meeting. This is the first thing I wanted to discuss. That's why we invited all of our affiliates, so we can, reiterate our changes with everybody, and everybody would understand our changes moving forward. Peter's going to go more into depth with most of our changes, but I just want to kind of brush on the topics and stuff. So the first change is going to be that Arcadia and Alhambra are going to be combining our weekly Monday meetings. Well, actually, Alhambra had their meetings on Thursdays. However, we're going to be combining both offices. So the new meetings will be on Monday at 10 a.m., not 11 a.m. And that will be both for both offices, okay? I think this is going to be better for time management and redundancy, and it's just going to help the flow and the information to our agents and stuff. So Doug wasn't able to be present today, but on a regular basis moving forward, the meeting will be hosted by or conducted by both Peter, Doug, myself, and then Anthony as well. I appreciate Anthony, everything Anthony's bringing to the table as well and stuff. Another new change, or actually just going back to the normalcy, we're going to be hosting our meetings in person. We have like a good 5-6 people in here in person. We want to bring that energy back into the office. Hopefully we get more people in as the year goes by, but we are going to be doing it in person. So if you want to come visit us and have that energy, come in. This is going to be in the Alhambra office, okay? So both for Arcadia and Alhambra, it will be only in the Alhambra office. Other than that, we're going to continue to offer it virtually via Zoom. So rest assured, if you cannot make it, just join us via Zoom. Another couple of things that I wanted to reiterate is, because of the amount of affiliates that we have, especially combining both the Arcadia and the Alhambra office, we're going to be going on a rotation type of mechanism to where we're going to be picking, and I'm going to email you guys individually or in a group to let you know what the rotation will be. But in a nutshell, I just wanted to explain it, and Peter will go into a little bit more depth too. So basically, if we have 10 affiliates that are in the lending industry, we don't want all 10 to be in one meeting and stuff, because it's just a lot of redundancy. So we're going to invite, let's say, 2 per meeting and stuff. So the rotation is going to happen every week. So in some cases, an affiliate of, let's just say, lending or title, you're only going to be available or invited once a month. It'll be a little bit more, maybe 2 times in other industries like escrow or NHD and stuff. But for the most part, that's the fairest way to do it. With that, I did want to, and I know all our affiliates are pro-business, but I do want to reiterate the importance of bringing value to the meeting, helping our agents get more business, encouraging them, giving them the tools. So if you can, please keep your pitch or introduction to a minimum of 1 to 2 minutes. That would help the flow of the meeting, but also bring value to it. Offer your services. I mean, that's why you're here anyways, to help and then to offer your services and get business in return. So the more value and more tools you bring to the table is more appreciated and stuff. So before I hand it off to Peter, and then we do have some very exciting speakers today. Anthony And I'm sorry, Anthony, what was the person's name that's going to be speaking?
Anthony, myself, and another gentleman by the name of Anthony Manzon. He is a $1.7 million GCI bring home agent, ranked #1 in Coldwell Banker. His story is a story of perseverance. I think that all of us can respect. He didn't have enough money even for his business card. He had to airbrush his picture onto some man's suit on his first open house. So from that, using the CB name, he was actually a Keller Williams agent before, and he doubled his GCI when he made the move to Coldwell Banker, right? So we have to respect the fact that we have the best name in the business behind us. We have the best brand, like global luxury. We have to utilize that. So many tools that Coldwell Banker has, especially with George. Perfect. So very excited to bring him on.
Awesome. Well, stay tuned because that's coming that's going to be coming in about next 15-20 minutes. A couple other really quick changes is that Coldwell Banker George Realty and Coldwell Banker Corporate are going to be focusing heavily on the commercial side of real estate. You're going to see a lot of, for those of agents that have been logging on to their CB desk, you're going to be seeing a lot of new tiles incorporating commercial real estate. So that's going to be, we're going to dive into commercial very heavily in 2023. So just look out for that. So we're both as a brokerage and as a corporation, we're going to be diving into commercial and offering training and tools for commercial and stuff. So for those real estate agents that solely do residential, open up your minds, be open to commercial, very lucrative. You can make a lot of money. Yeah, so that's going to be happening in 2023. And then there's also going to be a listing and design concierge that we're going to be rolling out. I think it's going to be in late February, but that's going to give agents the ability to create marketing and presentations. It's going to put you above the competition, and you pretty much don't have to do anything. There's a small fee that you do have to pay for it, but they do everything for you as far as taking the pictures, the aerial shots, staging. I mean, they do from A to Z and stuff. So it allows you to utilize the best of the best and you not do anything and stuff. So we'll get more into that as we're ready to roll it out. Before I hand it to Peter, I want to just a couple of past birthdays, because I know we haven't had any meetings in the past 2 weeks and stuff, and I don't want to leave any agents out. Jeffrey Arabit, happy birthday. Danielle Melendez, happy birthday. And then upcoming birthdays, Hector Zamora and Grace Garraby. So happy birthday to you guys, okay? Event reminders, this Wednesday, the 11th at 1 p.m., we do have a lunch and learn hosted by Annie Fan. She's I think she's here today too. She'll be utilizing, it's going to be regarding utilizing and optimizing Google for your business profile, and lunch will be provided. Okay, so that's Wednesday the 11th at 1 p.m. And then also Friday's training. I think Friday's training, we're going to be going over the new and revised forms. Is that right, Michelle?
Yeah.
Yeah, this Friday.
Yeah.
Okay. And then a couple of agent reminders that I wanted to go over. If you haven't generated a business or marketing, it's never too late. Okay, we're in January. You can still sit down and get it done in a day's time or two, or even less than a day's time. It could be as simple as complex as you make it, but it's never too late. So put together something at least so you have some goals to reach and stuff. At the very least, create a action plan, which will generate a time blocking schedule and a daily agenda. So at least you have something to wake up to and work towards and stuff. So it's never too late. Okay. All right. With that, I wanted to, one last thing, and then I'll hand it over to Peter. Sorry, Peter, I'm taking up
That's okay.
most of your time. So I wanted to remind the agents of the opportunity of earning extra income simply by referring other real estate agents to our brokerage, okay? So there's two incentives. One incentive is from us as a brokerage, Coldwell Banker George Realty. And that incentive is $300 for a 12-month period, not for the rest of the year. So if you refer an agent that's not affiliated with the Anywhere brand, which is Century 21, Coldwell Banker, I'll go over that if you guys are interested in stuff. But in a nutshell, you'll get $300 per transaction, okay? For a 12-month period. In addition to that, Coldwell Banker as a corporation or franchise will pay any agent 1% of their gross commission for the life of that agent being on board with the brokerage. So there's a great opportunity for agents to simply just refer other agents and earn extra income and stuff. So don't forget about that. If anybody needs any information regarding that, just email me directly and I'll go over it with you guys, okay? With that, I'll hand it over to Peter and he'll go over the changes in a little more depth. Peter?
Thank you, Ruben, for handling this introduction. And you pretty much told all the agents about most of the changes that we have anticipated in 2023. But anyway, good morning, everybody. I hope you had a nice weekend. And how's 2023 treating you so far? Well, we have a lot of, the 2023 brought us a lot of rain unexpectedly, and that is a good thing because in Chinese traditions, water means money. That means, in 2023, if that is an indication of what the 2023 is going to be like, we're supposed to have a lot of money, right? That's not bad. But anyway, California needs a lot of water anyway, so that's also a good thing. But realistically, 2023 is going to be a challenging year because of the high inflation and also the high interest rate. But we are in an industry that we can thrive both in good time and bad time. And in 2008, we survived that even though we have almost a recession during that time. But the real estate is still alive and well. And as a matter of fact, last week, the Alhambra office double-ended a big commercial deal. It is a $22 million mixed-use property, and the agent share 550,000 commission. So each one get 275,000 commission. That's not bad at all. If we can have a few like that, we'll be okay, right, Ruben? So don't lose hope. Still a lot of activities there, especially in commercial real estate. So we'll do it together. We shall thrive. Okay. Now, as Ruben said, that we have a lot of changes in the office for 2003, and all is for the good of the agents as well as for the management. The first thing, as Ruben mentioned, is the format of the meeting. Because we have 32 affiliates, so it's really impossible to accommodate them in every meeting. So we break them down into 3 groups, each about 9 affiliates each, and then we select one from each category, and so that they have fair time to introduce themselves. And I would like the affiliates to limit their presentation to 1 minute, maximum 1 minute, not minimum 1 minute, as Ruben has said. I don't know whether I heard it wrong or not, Ruben. You said that 1 minute minimum, but it's actually 1 minute maximum. So I hope that you can work with us. And if there is any special topics that you want to present, we can arrange a lunch and learn for you to present it in a more leisurely manner, in a more comprehensive way. Okay. So I hope the affiliates will understand. And then we have the manager to take 5 to 10 minutes to address their matters in their own offices, and so that we can get efficient time for the taking care of the office matters. And also we will have outside speaker to coach and train agents during the meetings. And as Anthony Nguyen said, that we are going to have Anthony Manson to talk to us today. And from now on, we will have that, routinely we have some coaches and outside speakers for the meeting. And then the business meeting will be recorded and in blast to all the agents. Now, as far as as far as operational changes are concerned, there are several, as Ruben has mentioned. The first one is the listing concierge by the Home Office, and which we will launch it formally in February. And this is a very useful listing concierge, where the Home Office will employ the professional people to do the photograph, the brochure, the CMA, and everything. All you have to do is provide them with the address of the property and also some information, and they can do the rest of it for you. And it's a minimum charge is probably about $250, much cheaper than what the professional vendors will charge you, and that's a very good program. And then the CB Home Office also will launch the recruitment incentive program, in which the recruiting agent will get 1% of the commission of the recruited agent if the agent is from the outside of the California CB family. In other words, any brokerage other than the core banker and also the Century 21, then if you get any agents from the outside CB family, then you get 1% of the recruited agent's commission for life, as long as they stay with their co-banker. Okay, that's a very good incentive program, because if you get more, field, then hey, you get a steady income for the rest of the other agents' life, as long as they stay with their co-banker. And then also we have a local incentive program for co-banker George, in which you can get $300 per transaction for the first year of the recruited agents in CB George. And that's also a nice revenue for you. And also, I will continue the MaxiWorks training and for residential transactions and build out for commercial transactions. Those are two very nice programs that you can do on your own and get reasonably good presentation or brochure for your properties. And also our mentor-mentee program is in full swing. And if you need some help in the commercial real estate, we have a lot of commercial real estate that can be your mentor. And then we can walk you through, the programs pretty much free, because we don't charge you anything for the program. And last but not the least, we will have a training and coaching from outside experts, like Anthony mentioned. And then, we will have a very full-fledged program that will add value to the brand of the core banker. And this will be an exciting year where we can excel and thrive. So let's do it together, okay? Now, Ruben, at this point, do you want to introduce the affiliate, or you want Anthony to introduce the speakers? So what time is it now? So I would like to, have the
Well,
affiliates announce themselves also.
let me ask Anthony. Anthony, are you on a tight schedule for 10:20 or can you wait till 10:40?
You know what? We're on a tight schedule because Anthony is on, tight schedule. So what I want to do, affiliates, if you don't mind, let us do our thing. And then Anthony's going to do his little presentation, and we can have you guys announce, give you guys the correct amount of time since you guys been patient, and we're in this together. So if you don't mind, let me share my screen and talk about some of the highlights we're going to do this year. Have Anthony speak. You guys can reiterate. Is that okay?
That works.
Yeah, that works.
Is he ready now?
He's going to hop on at about 10:30, but I just wanted to go over a brief outline about what we have in store for you guys this year, all the great changes that Peter's been talking about, along with Ruben and Doug. So let me introduce myself real quick. My name is Anthony T. Nguyen. I'm a productivity coach here. A little brief history. I know that my hair is different there, but I'm still the same guy. So I've coached about 250 million production the last 2 years, varieties from my old office, agents in San Gabriel Valley. 250, considering the fact that many of the agents I've coached are people who have low production before, who didn't believe in themselves, who didn't have the self-confidence. So that's my bread and butter. I like to bring the best out of people. Sometimes people have a certain niche. They're great cold callers, they're great door knockers, or whatever the case may be. We got to bring that out of you, right? A lot of you have probably seen me on television. Myself and my brother have been on HGTV a few episodes on a show called Fix My Flip. So that brings a lot of spotlight to our office as well. And I'm proud to be Coldwell Banker George, and I'm proud to be Coldwell Banker. We have to remind ourselves that we work for the biggest brand in real estate, right? Compass shutting down. You've seen the news. A lot of companies are downsizing. We've seen ourselves, KW shutting down the street, but we're still here. We have a great leadership team with Peter, Ruben, again, Doug, that's going to keep us afloat. So just to remind ourselves, we did 168 million in luxury sales last year alone, right? We control 52% of the market, right? So there's no excuse. Like when we go into a listing appointment and we're going against someone like a Pinnacle, we should get that, right? Baby boomers know our name, right? We're synonymous to Coca-Cola. When we talk about real estate, they know our name. So we got to just, be out there in the spotlight. We have a lot of tools with Moxie Print, a lot of stuff that's bringing to the forefront right now that we have. We don't pay any, real fees, guys. Think about it. We belong to a brokerage. We don't pay any overhead fees like that. We get Moxie Print. We get all the tools for essentially free, right? The gentleman I talked about is Anthony Manzon. He spoke at Gen Blue. He's an inspiration to me. I met him in New York about a couple of years ago. This gentleman right here, if a case that I didn't reiterate, was he started out as a KW agent, and him and his wife didn't let anything stop them. They wanted to host open houses. They didn't have any business cards. So what Anthony did was he has essentially made his own business cards and put it on Photoshop and got that going, right? So nothing stopped him. He's going to be on about 2 minutes right now to speak about us. Our coach, Janet Miller, we're going to have a great coach from Tom Ferry we spoke about. She's going to come on every 2 weeks, and she's going to talk about productivity, right? Productivity to me is very important because if we're not doing our exercises every day, just like working out, if we want to lose weight, we want to get toned, we have to do the activities to get us there. We might not see it tomorrow, but we're going to see it 3-4 months from now, right? A lot of you guys are already top producers, but let's get you if you're doing 30 deals this year, let's get you to 42, right? If you're doing 42 deals, let's get you to 60. And if you're doing 4 deals, let's get you to 10, right? We have an excellent coach who's going to get you to that next mountain as far as your productivity is concerned. I want to ring this out. Free marketing for Coldwell Banker agents, flyers. If you have a listing, we're going to provide free pictures, free video, free branding. We want to see everyone's social media get better. We're actually going to do a free social media check. We're going to look at everyone's social media and give you pointers on how you can actually accelerate your social media and make that your core value, right? A lot of people don't know us. What they're going to do first is they're going to Google us, right? They're going to make sure who they're speaking to. And normally what pops up is your Zillow reviews and your IG and your Facebook. So those 3 have to be very, very strong. So we're going to go over all that this year. We're going to give you free marketing, and we'll talk more in depth about the leadership. We'll send you an email how you can get that and how you can take advantage of the free marketing. I think Anthony's on right now. I want to give you an introduction of Anthony Manzon. He is a friend of mine. He has an amazing story here. He's here to inspire you guys. He's going to talk about his story. He's going to talk about how the Coldwell Banker name changed his name and how lucky we are to be part of Coldwell Banker. So no further ado, I'm going to bring on Anthony Manzon.
What's up, everybody? Hi, everybody. Thank you so much for having me today. Happy 2023. You know, it's one of those special times in the year where we can all start fresh. You know, I think that's the important thing is last year might have been your best year ever, or it may not have been your best year ever. And that's okay too. You know, with it being 2023, we all have the opportunity to start fresh. And if you make that decision to be the best version of yourself this year and create a life that you didn't know was possible, well, now's the best time to start. You know, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. Do you guys know when the second best time to plant a tree is?
Now.
Right now. You're right. It's right now. Like, why not plant that tree? Because I promise you, for those that make it, you know, 10 years from now, when we look back at 2023, 10 years from now, we're either going to be so grateful that we made those changes, that we were disciplined and we were consistent. We're going to be so grateful that we did that 10 years from now. Or if we choose to not be disciplined and not take that next step to get to the next level, we're going to be regretting it. Like, dang it, I should have made that commitment when I said I was. I should have planted that tree 10 years ago like I said I was. But now's that time, you know, now's that time to really take 2023 by the horns and, you know, get to the next level. And so, you know, I'm super grateful to be here. Anthony's a good friend of mine. You know, I met him at Gen Blue last year in New York, not the one that just passed in New York. And we really hit it off. And, you know, I think the common denominator between us is that we like to see other people succeed. You know, we like to see everybody succeed, because the cool thing about business is that there's more than enough business out there for everybody. You know, if there's an excuse in your head that, oh, there's a top producing agent in my office that takes all the business, you know, that's an excuse that's not going to get you anywhere. I promise you, you take the #1 agent in the whole world and drop them in your market, they're not even going to impact the business, you know, in the whole real estate market. They're not going to be doing enough business to take your market share. Your market share, whatever you're looking to create, if you prospect, if you're disciplined, if you have the conversations, if you do what it takes to build your business, you're going to be able to create success that you never even knew was possible. So don't think about outside factors. All you need to do is control the inside factors in yourself, which is your mindset, your discipline, your habits. We all know what it takes to succeed in this business. It's what? Lead generation, lead follow-up, go on appointments, negotiate contracts, you know, and script and practice and role play every single day. You know, that's really what it takes. That's the simple recipe to build this life that you want to create. You know, and I think I've been in the business now for 9 years. I'm going on my 10th year in the business. That's crazy to say. I would say now I'm a vet. I was always, you know, the young guy for a long time, but now I would say I'm a veteran now, almost at 10 years. I do business out here in San Diego, and, you know, my success, I would say, is my version of success. You know, there's plenty of other agents that did way more business than me their first year in the business, and they do way more business than me now. But I think the important thing to me, and I think the important thing for all of you, is determine, you know, what is your version of success? Your version of success might be 10 transactions. It might be 20. It might be 30. Don't compare yourself to other people. Don't compare your insides to other people's outsides, because that's a very dangerous game to go down. And so just determine, you know, what's your version of success? What do you need to do to create and make 2023 your best year ever? Stick to that, create a game plan, create the actions that you know will lead to that success, and then you'll get there. You know, I started when I was 20. I got licensed when I was 24 years old. I'm 33 now. So, you know, I've been in for 9 years, and, you know, I'm blessed to say I was rookie of the year, first year in the business. I was a 30 under 30, my third year in the business. I've broken $1 million in GCI two times in my career. I've gotten super close, you know, 4 times. So, you know, these are all, you know, great successes in my eyes of what my definition of what success is, but that's not for everybody. You know, I will say my version of success is changing now, because I have 2 kids now. I didn't have 2 kids when I started. And so, you know, I don't have these aspirations to take over the world and do 1 million transactions anymore, and that's for right now. You know, that could always change depending on where you're at in your life, is going to determine like what's your version of success. So.
Thank you so much, Anthony. And I know that a lot of people are asking questions like, you know what, You hit the 1 million GCI mark. What are the activities that you've been doing in the background to lead you to get there? Because a lot of people saying, you know what, I'm prospecting, I'm constantly doing 10 to 12 deals a year, but I'm not hitting the threshold, that glass ceiling, so to say. How did you break that? And you went above and beyond, right? Not just a million, but you went above and beyond.
Yeah, so my best year that we've ever done is 1.4 million. And I never thought that was possible, and I think the big difference from being at, let's say 125,000 to 250 to 500 to 750, like what I want you to think about is like every level of income is a reflection of the level of your business, right? So like when you get to 125,000 in GCI, your mindset is different than when you're making 60,000 in GCI. Just like your mindset is different from when you're making 250,000 to 500,000. Every level of income has a different mindset associated to that. And, just to make it, simple and applicable, think about it this way. To get from, I would say, 12 transactions to 25 transactions, you have to have an assistant. Everybody has different level of skill. And I would say I'm a person that does not have a very high level of skill without an assistant. Like I need an assistant. Without an assistant, I'm probably a 12 transaction a year agent, which is great. But my level of success, my definition of success is not there. I need to get to a higher level. So I knew I had to hire an assistant. So, every level requires a different level of mindset and activity. So, if you're hovering around the let's say 70,000 to 125,000, the next level to break that barrier is to get an assistant. And an assistant should double your business. My first assistant actually tripled my business. My first year in the business, I did 13. My second year in the business, I got to 34. So, I know the fears of, do I have this much money to hire somebody? Do I have the discipline to keep them accountable? Do I have the skill to keep them moving forward? Well, if you want to get to that level of success, you kind of have to learn that. Nobody just says, I'm ready to get an assistant. Everybody fails their way forward, so you have to learn those skills. After you hire your first assistant, that's when you bring on your next agent. And, that should be a showing agent. Every model is different. What I've learned, the best model that works for me is assistant first, and then a showing assistant. Showing assistants, help you with showings. And then they also help you with the day-to-day stuff. Maybe it's put on a lockbox or help you with, going to inspection, whatever that is. But bringing on that showing assistant should be, the next hire. Then after that, once you're completely maxed out, then maybe that's when you start to bring agents on. But just think about every increase of income requires not another person, but a change in mindset and a change in your systems.
Anthony,
Yeah.
is your production mainly in residential or commercial?
So for me, it's all residential. I don't do any
residential. Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I will say, and this isn't, without having any commercial experience, I can see the business will be almost the same thing. Like the way you lead generate, the way you lead follow up, the way you service clients, like it's just a different language and a different clientele, but business is business. So I do think maybe for commercial, from my understanding, commissions should be higher. So maybe you don't need to hire that first assistant until you get to 250 in GCI, which might only be 10 transactions. I don't know how the numbers work out, but maybe I would look at it maybe from more of a unit perspective, because units, if you build a business that could do 50 units, it's going to be more consistent versus always going after GCI, because GCI, that could be 5 transactions, it could be 50. We don't know. But if you focus on units, building a system around units will be very consistent.
And you get involved with the global luxury residential?
Just residential.
No, but in a co-op banker, they have a global luxury.
Yeah. So actually, I am a part of global luxury.
Yeah, okay, good. Thank you.
Yeah, great questions.
Anthony, walk us, a lot of people don't know your story too much. Walk the agent who's brand new in the office right now, who hasn't closed any deals, or the agent who's doing 3 to 4 deals last year, who's getting their feet wet. Walk them through your journey. A lot of people don't know, your background, how you started, your story about the business cards that inspired my last office. but just your journey to to ascend, and your mindset now and the mindset during those times. Maybe you can walk them through that.
Yeah, I'm so grateful, for who I was at the age of 24. Real estate was my first job. I never made enough money to file a W-2 or file taxes or anything like that. So real estate honestly was my first job. And I'm naturally an optimistic person. And so at that time, I remember I was desperate. My wife and I, we just graduated from UC Santa Barbara. We couldn't get jobs enough to pay for a wedding. I proposed to my wife. We already planned our wedding. We had our wedding date. We invited 200 people to the wedding. But the problem was we didn't have any money for the wedding. And the funny thing is, 1 year before the wedding, I remember we were so desperate. We were like, we need to get jobs. I remember this. I was at a point in my life where I was willing to be miserable for the rest of my life to be able to provide for my family. And I don't know if any of you have ever been there before, but there's a time when you're just so desperate and you're looking for something and you're just like, all I need is a chance. Because if you don't have a chance, you feel almost hopeless. And at that time, I didn't have any chance. I didn't know what I was looking for. But then we finally had this opportunity where my wife was a teller at a bank. A real estate agent used to come in and deposit big checks, every 2 weeks. And she's like, what do you do for work? And she's like, I'm a real estate agent. And my wife and I were like, she was the teller. She's like, oh, I'm actually getting my license. And she was like, oh, we'll come meet with our recruiter. And she's like, okay. So she blindly went into, we don't even know what real estate agents do at this point. It's just like something you do. And after that meeting with recruiter, she left with a job as an assistant to the top agent in that office. And so, we were like, oh my gosh, this is the amount of money you can make. Like, this is the opportunity. And I remember when I sat down with the recruiter, she was like, our rookie of the year made $120,000 their first year in the business. And I was like, I never made more than $5,000 in a year, to make $120,000 their first year in the business. Like, I'm ready. Like, I'm desperate. Like, this is what I've been waiting for. And so after that day, I focused really hard on getting my real estate license. And I'll never forget, I was reading one of the training manuals and one of the agents in there, in the little blurb said, if any agent were to do 5 open houses a week, guaranteed in 1 year, they're going to be the top agent in their marketplace. And I was like, that's what you have to do? 5 open houses? Okay, let's do it. And so I set that commitment. I was going to do 5 open houses every single week for that entire year. And so I was doing weekdays, weekends. I was doing 2 open houses sometimes. And, this is maybe my limiting belief. My database was only 24 years old. Nobody was ready to buy a house. So my mindset was focused on cold prospecting. So I've done everything from door knocking, cold calling, open houses 5 days a week. Did everything, I focused on every training I could go to. One thing Anthony brought up was when I first started, I didn't even own a suit at that time. And so what my wife did was she edited my head. This is actually my very first business card. And I save this because when agents make the excuse of, I don't have nice business cards, I don't have a nice website, I don't have this. This is my very first business card. My head was edited onto somebody else's body because I did not own a suit. Check that out. And this is perforated edges. We went to Office Depot. We printed it on our printer at home, perforated. We cut them out ourselves. This was my very first business card, and it's I felt like I was the richest person in the world with this. I was like, I got business cards. I got a suit on. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do the damn thing. And so I just remember that fire and that energy and the excitement that I had to make money that I've never made before. And I'll never forget, my big goal was Rookie of the Year, because I knew if I could hit Rookie of the Year, then I'll be able to pay for the wedding that I've always dreamed of. And so, I'm proud to share that it was 6 months before our wedding. We went all in. We spent our entire wedding fund to getting, our business cards, my suit, all that stuff to get ready. And, I think it was 2 weeks before the wedding, we closed enough transactions to pay off the wedding, all cash. We went on 2 amazing honeymoons. I got Rookie of the Year for that. And that just really created that momentum that showed me I can do it. I could do it. I did it. Now what else can I go do? And, I went from, 125,000 my first year in the business to my second year, 350 in GCI to, I think it was 550 the third year, and then maybe 660. So like, it's just been growth every single year. And it's just a fun game. You know, it's a game of proving to myself what I could do. And, you know, for everyone out there, you know, one of the best things that I've ever learned about confidence, because confidence is super important, you know, and it's not that I just come off as confident. You know, the way you build confidence, if there's one thing I want you to remember, is that confidence is built when you do what you say you're going to do. As simple as that. If you tell yourself, I'm going to wake up at 6 a.m. and you actually wake up at 6 a.m., I promise you, you feel confident for that day. If you tell yourself, I'm going to make 10 cold calls today, if you make those 10 cold calls, your confidence is built. You felt like at the end of the day, like, I did what I said I was going to do. I'm stronger today. But what happens when you don't do what you say you're going to do? That's when your confidence goes the other way. That's when you go down that slippery slope of, man, can I do this? Is this business for me? Should I do this? You know, like, so like, if you want to really break it down, just make that decision that you are going to be your word, and whatever you say you're going to do it. Don't overcommit yourself. Don't say, I'm going to make 100 contacts today if you've never done that before. You know, but just start small, build your confidence, build it small steps. When are you going to get in the office? How many phone calls are you going to make? Are you going to actually dedicate 1 hour to your marketing and actually do it? Right? So it's just build that confidence by doing what you say you're going to do. And you're going to find yourself at the end of the month a much more confident person, because you're going to be confident in your abilities because you've done it now. You've built the habit of becoming more confident.
That's very good, Anthony. I think you hit the right point. And the confidence is what differentiate between the top producer and the mediocre producer. You need to have the confidence to go to a higher level.
And think about this, like what you just said, top producer versus a mid producer. What do you think the difference is? Yes, it's confidence, but I would say it's doing what you say you're going to do. Like the medium producer, sometimes they prospect this day, sometimes they prospect that day, sometimes they show up to the office on time, sometimes they don't. That's like the characteristics of a medium producer. To get to a top producing level, you have to do what top producers do. You have to have the mindset of what a top producer does. You have to become that top producer before you can create the production of a top producer. Like, you don't accidentally become a millionaire. You have to become a millionaire from the inside out, and then the million will show up.
Yeah, good point. Thank you so much for sharing.
Of course. And
right.
I'm not sure how much time we have together, but I'm here to answer all the questions you have. I don't want to overtake your meeting. So, Anthony, are there any questions? How much time do we have?
We have some time. I wanted to ask you one question that's important because we mentioned it earlier. Social media presence. How much has it played into your benefit? Because I've seen you shining on social media. You're very interactive with the community. For those who don't know, Anthony dresses up as Spider-Man sometimes and goes to the hospitals and visits kids. So how much is social media play into your benefit of your business?
Yeah. Oh my God. That's such a great question, because social media really has changed the way I do business. And so for those that don't follow me, check me out. My main social media platform is Instagram. It's just my name, Anthony Manzon. I'll just type it in the chat right here real quick. Anthony Manzon. That's my Instagram. So follow me there. But honestly, so this was my big mindset shift. I will tell you, I became very intentional with social media at the end of 2019. So it's been about 3 years of being very intentional with social media. Before that, I was not intentional at all. But the reason why I became intentional with social media is because from 2014 to 2019, my business was very cold. So I built my business off of door knocking, cold calling, open houses. 90% of my business was me finding business. It was not referral based. And I remember talking to agents, and they would say, my business is 60% referral, 90% referral. And they've only been in the business for like 2 to 3 years. And I've been in for 6 years at this point. I'm like, how are you getting all these referrals? And I have to go out and prospect every day, which is still fun and everything. But like, how do I make my business more relationship based? How can I wake up every day and have leads coming in versus me having to go prove my worth to somebody and not have to get hung up and door slam? Like, how can I switch my business? And social media was the answer to that. Now, I want you to think about social media in 2 different ways. There's social media to bring in cold leads, And then there's social media to cultivate your leads and your community that you already have. So I use social media to cultivate my existing business and my sphere, right? So I don't like have ads for people to log in and, ask for that. Those are cold leads. I use it to at scale communicate with my database. So that's what I want you to think about is like social media is at scale a way to communicate to your database. Social media, you can either send out 500 postcards to a neighborhood. That's going to cost you $500. They see your mail and they throw it away right there. Or you can have 500 people that already know you, like you, and trust you. Same effect, see your name one time and then scroll past it. Effectively, they're doing the same thing, right? Because studies show the postcard is just a touch. They need to see your name enough times. So statistically, the average person needs to see your name 36 times a year in order for them to keep you as the top realtor in their mind. So let me give you an example. When I say soda, what do you guys think about? Coke, Sprite, those are the ones. When I say real estate agent, what are the ones that go into your mind? It might be a top agent in your office, whatever it is. But if you ask your database, when I say real estate agent, who's the top agent that comes up in their mind, right? You want to be that. So in order to be that, they need to see your name 36 times a year in order to keep that top spot, right? So social media is my way of them seeing my name enough times. So at the moment that they're looking to buy a house or they're at a family party and somebody says, hey, I want to buy a house, because they just saw my name, saw my video, saw something from me, I'm the first name that's popping up right there, right? So that's what I want you guys to think about is social media is the scalable way for people to see you and see what you're about without you having to pick up the phone 100 times to talk to 100 people. They can see you, at scale by creating a video, creating a post or something like that. And so now, just to kind of wrap the story up, before I got into social media, my business was 90% cold prospecting and 10% referral. Now it's completely flipped. I'm actually 90% referral. And I don't even know if I'm 10% cold anymore because I don't even go after that anymore. Like the 10% that's not from my sphere are like the sign calls. Maybe somebody comes into my website or like my social media. There are cold ones that still come in that see my stuff. I'm focused on the warm leads, but as a byproduct, the cold ones will come in. If you focus on the cold ones, it's not a byproduct that your sphere will see you, right? It's kind of like when you go after listings. When you go after listings, as a byproduct, you're going to find buyers. But if you go after buyers, it's not a byproduct that you always get listings from them. You guys know what I mean by that? So same thing with social media. If you focus on your warm leads, as a byproduct, cold ones will come in. That's how it should be. Don't focus on the cold, hoping that the warm ones come in. No, just focus on the warm and the cold will come in. Okay.
Thank you so much, Anthony. Really appreciate your sharing. And I know that there's a lot of questions still. But we want to give some time for the affiliates to present their.
Of course.
All right, but we'll ask you to come back some more time. Share your experience later time. Thank you so much.
Anthony.
Thank you.
Thanks for having me, everybody.
Thank you a lot. Congrats.
Yeah, very
Thank
good, very
you.
good.
It's great,
Motivational
great.
speech. Very good.
Thank you, everybody. And follow me on Instagram. And I put out stuff like this every day. So I'll see you guys there.
All
Bye,
right.
Anthony. Thank you so much, brother.
Bye, guys.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
All right. Okay, Ruben, can you introduce the affiliates at this time? We don't have too much time left.
I will. Real briefly, what Anthony was mentioned, it's called top of mind. You got to stay top of mind to everybody. So let's go ahead and introduce our affiliates. Thank you for being here. If you could keep it really quick because we're out of time. Let me just do my view so I can see who's here. Actually, first and foremost, I'm going to have the affiliates that took their time and came into our meeting room here in Alhambra. So Yolanda, if you want to come on by. You're on camera now.
Hello, everyone. Yolanda Martinez Arana, WFG National Title Company. Wanted to wish all of you a happy, healthy, and prosperous 2023. Be careful out there in the road. Thank you.
Then we have Maureen here.
Hi, guys. Happy New Year. I'm over here at Cole Banker, George, and Alhambra. Real quick, it's going to be a great year. Rates are looking better and better. Don't forget the conforming loan amount is $1,089,000, believe it or not. So you can get conforming and nice low rates based on that loan amount and lower. Please keep me in mind and have a happy new year.
All right, thank you, Maureen. Those are the two affiliates that came. So you guys, all of our affiliates are welcome to come. All of our agents are welcome to come here every Monday morning at 10 o'clock, okay? All right, so let's move on to Sunny Kim.
Yes, good morning. Thank you for having me in your meeting. Happy New Year. Sunny Kim, Valley View Home Loan, we're a direct lender. We offer a lot of great programs to qualify the borrower, not just the regular conventional, but we also do VA, FHA, also like a no income documentation, or even do verification of employment only program. So no W-2 or paycheck is needed. So please make sure you qualify all your buyer. I'm sure there's a program that's right for your buyer. There's so many programs to help them right now. And the interest rate today is under 6%. So you're looking at about 5.75. So it's a great interest rate to qualify the buyers again. Thank you and have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Sunny. Unita, good morning.
Good morning, Ruben. Good morning, Coldwell Banker. George, I just want to say hello. Happy New Year, everybody. Unita Wu from Home Warranty of America. What a 13 months home warranty. So we do give additional month every time that you purchase. So you never have to worry about that. I do speak English, Chinese, Mandarin, and Indonesian. So if you do have an issue with the home warranty, feel free to reach out to me directly. Either you have a question, maybe to purchase them, or have a claim. I do have a special concierge on my team as well. So please refer them to me, then I could be able to help you. Your job, like what Anthony was saying, that to do a prospect, to get more buying, more selling, right, for you to make you more money to take care of your family, and leave all the claim to the professional like us so that we could be able to help each other. Thank you again. Happy New Year, and we'll talk to you soon. Thank you.
Thank you, Unita. Judy Chow, what's the rates look like today?
I hate to be sunny, but our 30-year this morning is 5.5, and our 15-year is 5.25, and we have a really good jumbo at 5.25, 10-year fix. No one has that 5.25 10-year fix. And one of the things we're great to know that we close in 15 business days, and I just closed fund alone in December, funded in 5 business days. And so we're really fast. And also on top of that, we have a team that does commercial, been doing commercial loan for over 30 years. So if you guys have any commercial loan, please call me. Thanks.
All right, thank you, Judy. Annie Fan, I know we have a lunch and learn this Wednesday.
Yes, hi, this is Annie Fan, Chicago Title, and wanted to let you know that for the commercials, Chicago Title, we have a great tool to help you identify the commercial property owners. And if you are looking for doing farming, we can definitely help you out. And this Wednesday morning, I'm gonna do a step-by-step teaching agents how you could, do farming organically to set up your Google My Business page, and I can show you how to do that step by step. And looking forward to seeing you on Wednesday. Thank you.
Thank you, Annie. Alba Moy, good morning. Unmute
You have
yourself.
to unmute yourself.
Where your name is.
Okay.
There
Can
you
you hear
go.
me now?
There you go.
Oh, good morning, everybody. Happy New Year. Wishing everybody a very healthy, happy, and prosperous 2023. Wishing you the best of everything this year, okay? And I'm here to help you. Welcome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Alba. Sage Gomez, how are you?
Hi guys, happy to be here. Sage Gomez with my NHG. If you need anything in regards to natural hazard disclosure, I'm always happy to help. And I hope that everyone has a fantastic week. Thank you.
Thank you, Sage. Nancy, good morning to you.
Good morning, everybody. Nancy Chan, Lawyers Title. Happy New Year. This year, this is the time, like Anthony says, that to start planning and Usually I plan every day. The night before, I'm looking at my calendar and see what I need to do, what I need to catch up on, who I need to contact. Planning day. Of course, you have long-term goal and short-term goals. If you need any help, Nancy Chan, lawyer's title, 40 years in the industry, in the business. Thank you so much. Nice to see every one of you. Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy.
Thank you, Nancy. Maria, good morning, Maria.
Good morning, everybody. Good to be here. I hope you all had a wonderful holiday celebration with your family and friends. We also have the home warranty coverage. More than ever, you should not close a transaction without a home warranty. Let me tell you, it does save your buyer money. Please reach out to me. I do have free marketing tools. Love to sit down with you. I put my information in the chat. You all have a fantastic day. And thank you, Ruben and Peter.
Thank you, Maria. Good morning, Carol.
Good morning, everyone. Hope everyone had a wonderful weekend and a happy new year to everyone. I think having a schedule is very important. For the last 27 years, I had 2 kids. I had a schedule, let me tell you, taking them to school, coming back, getting everyone ready and going to work and putting all my processes to get things done. Very important. Get a schedule going. Hope everyone has a wonderful day. If you need a pre-qualification, let me know. Been doing this for 27 years and you guys have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Carol. Good morning, John. How are you? Unmute.
Oh, there we go. Good morning, everyone. John Wax with Snap NHD for all your NHD tax environmental needs. I am your consultant, over 28 years of experience, and I can explain that FHDS card form as well. I wish you a wonderful week, a super January, and my information is in the chat. Thank you so much. Thanks, Peter. Thank you.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, John. Good morning, Nicole.
Good morning. Thank you for the opportunity to join all of you this morning. Happy New Year, Nicole and Yvonne with Fidelity National Title. Excited to earn your business and help you grow your business this year. And we're here for all your title needs. And Fidelity just celebrated 24 years as #1 position in LA County. So we want to help you grow. Keep us in mind. Take care. Have a great day. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Nicole. Good morning, Sandy.
Morning, everyone. Sandy Franco, First American Home Warranty. I think what the Anthony's really got across to me was 2023 is exactly what we're going to make of it. Okay, so let's make it big. Let's make it what we want it to be. I'm here with all your marketing stuff. If it ever stops flooding at the end of my street, I'll come out and see you guys. But we have, all of us here have tools for you. Use us. We are here to help you make 2023 what you want it to be.
Perfect. Thank you, Sandy. Good morning, Brandon.
Good morning, Ruben. Good morning, Peter. Good morning, CBG. Hope everyone had a fantastic New Year's. Happy 2023. Can't believe we are here. I'm here to help you with anything that you need. I'm with First American Natural Hazard Disclosure. Like Sandy and Angie and I always say, we're a team, so we're here to help you guys. And we have a really great new tax estimator that will really help you out. And this is coming to tax season. So if you need anything, I'll put my info in the chat. Call me anytime, email me, text me, whatever you need.
Thank you, Brandon. Okay, let's go over to Tony. Tony with the home inspections.
Good morning, everybody. Tony with Villa Property Inspections. I'm so happy to be here. I hope everybody had a great holiday. We do single family, multifamily, and commercial building inspections. And I know, Ruben, you mentioned you guys want to hit commercial pretty hard this year. Commercial inspections are very, very different from residential. And so we'd love to be a part of your team and help you with anything you need along the way.
Perfect. Tony, I'll reach out to you for maybe a lunch and learn on commercial inspections.
Absolutely. I have a good one for that.
I'm unfamiliar with some of the affiliates that are coming from Arcadia. So did I miss anybody? Please let me know ASAP. No. All right. I think that is all our affiliates. Peter, I know we're over the time frame. Do you want me to go over the
sales? Yeah.
Sales. Okay.
And escrows.
Yes, correct. So for the last week's sales, the new escrows, I want to congratulate all these individuals because, you know, it's a transition, a period of transition right now. So, you know, I applaud any business that they can get right now. So Oscar Castellon Jr., which is the son of Oscar Castellon, he came on board about a month ago. He just put into escrow a home in Ontario for $399. So congratulations, Oscar Jr. And he represented the listing, the seller. And there's a double end lease here with Tatiana Deng as the representing the tenant, and then Julia Chen representing the landlord in Pomona for $27,000. Frank Hugh has a residential property that is in San Gabriel for $792,000 that was put into escrow. And then Cody Wu also put into escrow a condo in Pasadena for $745,000. So congratulations to those individuals. Oh, wait a minute, I have a different report. So this is I'm sorry, this is the report prior to this past week, only because we didn't have meetings the past couple weeks. So the one for last week, the new escrows is for the new escrow is Shumakam put in a lease in Alhambra worth $19,200, representing the landlord. And then Antonio Rodriguez has put into escrow a property in Los Angeles at $875,000. And then as Peter mentioned earlier, it was a huge commercial transaction with a double end, both at Coldwell Banker George Realty with Sophia Chow and Nina Shu in Monterey Park worth $22 million. So congratulations on that huge transaction. Antonio Rodriguez has a residential property in Corona for $910,000 that he put into escrow. And then Alice Chu has a residential property representing the landlord in Chatsworth for $1.275. Congratulations, Alice. New listings for the past week. Christina Garcia has a residential property in Highland Park, $840,000. That's my stomping grounds. That's where I was raised, by the way. And then Sunshine has a lease representing the landlord in Beverly Hills for $4,200. Congratulations, Sunshine. Nieta Romo has a condo in Upland for $525,000. And then Nieta Romo has another property, residential property in Rialto for $570,000. And then lastly, Anna Say has a property in West Covina for $738,888. Okay, so the business is out there. You know, we're in January, and as you can tell, business is out there. So you just have to be like Anthony mentioned earlier, top of mind. So that's all we have for today. I appreciate everybody that joined us today. Again, as a reminder, Arcadia and Alhambra are combining our weekly Monday meetings at 10 o'clock, not 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock. And that will be in person here in Alhambra office. And we'll also have it available virtually via Zoom. Okay?
Yeah, and I also want to add that our Arcadia manager, Doug Meyer, is not here today, so he won't be able to present the sales and the listings for the Arcadia office. So, but he will do that next week. Okay.
Yeah, he can do that for both weeks next week.
Right.
If any of our affiliates, thank you for joining us today. I know it's going to be a little change moving forward, but hopefully it'll be better for all of us. If anybody has any questions regarding the change in format of our meeting, please email me or call me directly. But you'll be seeing an email from me and Peter momentarily, maybe today or tomorrow, with a rotation. Okay.
All right.
All right, guys.
Thank you. Great meeting. Thank you, Anthony.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody.
And your
Happy
Bye,
New Year.
everybody.
Thank you.
Bye, everyone.
Thank
Have a great week.
Happy
Bye-bye.
Chinese New Year.
All right.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.